Right, me on muckers, this is called Jesus Dajjal nonsense. I may as well lay it on the table, you know. Okay now. 2012, right? I fucking came out the ward for the second time and I was fucking depressed as fuck. I thought I'd let everyone down in my family. I was a failure. And then I was already suicidal, but they put me on this fucking Abilify. I was depressed as fuck. And the Abilify fucking gave me akathisia, yeah? So I couldn't keep still. You know, I was fucking twitching all the time. It's horrible, akathisia. I'm used to it now whenever I get it. But back then, it's fucking horrible. And I was reading up about it, seeing me despair. And they're all saying, oh, it never goes away. It takes 20 years to go away. Fucking cunts. It doesn't. It takes 2 weeks to go away, wankers. Anyway, so, you know, I fucking lost all hope. And all I ever did was think about doing myself in. And then I fucking got tinnitus somehow. And it just went fucking downhill, downhill, downhill. And like, not only was I thinking I was the worst cunt ever, but I was fucking in agony because I ended up getting arthritis in all my joints. And then I was fucking knackered. I hadn't slept in about 4 months. And then I fucking thought I died, yeah? I literally thought I died. I was in the bathroom, taking a shit or piss or something. Got up out of the toilet and I fucking collapsed. I thought I pegged it, right? So I thought I'd fucking died. And then that's when the really fucking weird shit started happening in my life. And that gets into the Jesus part of it. Because I was on the they fucking wheeled me off to the fucking ward after I collapsed. Because they thought, oh, it's basically catatonic, just lying in bed staring into space and hearing fucking weird shit, seeing fucking weird shit. And they took me on the ward and they were like, you know, fucking torturing me. It was like hell. Because I thought I'd died and gone to hell. That was the first death experience. And they were fucking torturing me and being total cunts to me. And not only that, they were telling me that loads of different people and, you know, everything in my life was saying I was Jesus. And I'd lived a life of sin. And I'd died. And Satan had won, basically. And the idea being, you know, if Jesus sins and then dies, you know, the whole universe is fucked pretty much, you know, because God can't sin, you know, and just for a year and a half I carried that fucking burden. I knew, you know, back then, it wasn't a matter of belief or delusion. I fucking knew with all the things that had happened that I was Jesus Christ and I doomed everyone. And I just felt total despair. And I was in this flat. Like before that, I was in halfway houses because my parents didn't want me back at theirs. And I was in this flat, fucking drinking all the time and smoking loads of fags, ciggies, and you know, and then one night I thought, fuck this bollocks. I'm Jesus, I'm fucking God. They can fuck off. They ain't won. Satan's never gonna win against the Lord. So I got a bit leery and I went into the countryside, took all my clothes off, like, fucking ended up in a shed and naked, Billy Bollocks. And then fucking took me on the ward. I was there for a while. Met my mate Steve, thank God for that. Lovely bloke. Glad I met the bastard. I came out and I was all fucking angry and that, you know, just fucking, you cunts. Like, I'm Jesus, you bastard, shit on me, all like. And I was so confused as well, because like, I didn't know the nature of God and the Bible and that. I did read the Bible at the time. I read it in about 3 days. Mainly skimming, to be fair. And I was just like, fuck, I don't know who I am. I don't know who my mum is. You know, because if I'm Jesus supposed to have a virgin mum, I don't know who the fuck she is. And, you know, my mum isn't a virgin, so I reckon it wasn't her. And they were fucking involved in this bollocks as well. So, you know, I just entered this very strange world and I wasn't prepared. And I made the dumbest mistake of my fucking life, to be fair. I converted to Islam because I was lying in my bed and I was thinking, hold on, you know, I've done a lot of bad shit in my life. Maybe I'll go to hell. So maybe I need to fucking sort my life out. And I thought, well, I always had this feeling about Islam being this sort of very manly, respectable, upright religion. even though Mohammed was a pedo. And I fucking converted to it, didn't I? And I was reading the Quran and that, and it fucking drove me nuts. Ended up back on the ward for the fucking fifth time. Yeah, the fifth time, fucking. And they put me on this fucking drug called paliperidone. Fucking ruined my life. I couldn't enjoy anything after that. Couldn't enjoy anything. That's what it does to you, paliperidone. You see, it's a drug that's supposed to suppress your dopamine levels, right? Because psychotic people have too much dopamine. That's the old problem. That's why we dope, which increases your dopamine. That's why it's called dope. Fucking makes people go mental. And so, I was on this fucking paliperidone and I was fucking depressed as fuck. Couldn't enjoy anything. I used to try and fucking do stuff. I used to volunteer at a museum and I volunteered at a publishing company pretty much doing their sort of publishing bollocks. And then I thought I fucking had enough of this bollocks, so I just fucking came off the meds, started taking Ritalin all the time because the best thing for anhedonia is Ritalin because it keeps you focused. But I give it to these young kids who can't study at school because they're so distracted. Give them Ritalin, let the little fuckers concentrate on their studies and that. Exactly what it did to me, I suppose. It was a little, just let me focus on shit. I could sit around writing fucking essays about religion and all that for fucking hours on end and, just focus. It was good because aliperidone robbed me of that old ability I used to have. Anyway, so I was off the paliperidone and I didn't have the strongest mind at the time. I was overwhelmed by many different ideas. I'm a lot more sanguine now. And, that combined with the old Ritalin fucking made me lose me shit. And I fucking, I ended up rambling around Wychavon, which is part of the county of Worcestershire where I live in. Fucking rambling around half naked and ended up in a woman's garden. Fucking, she freaked out, an old lady, and she fucking called the coppers. They took me back to the ward. I was on there and just fucking horrible experiences. And I was on there for a while, 3 wards in total. They had to take me out of the one in Worcester because some bloke bashed me head in, punched me 10 times in the face, with blood everywhere. So they moved me to another ward. I don't know why they didn't move in, the bastards. Should have moved in the cunt, not me. I had to fucking move and the cunt fucking knocked me out, bastard. Arsehole. I think his name's Richard or something like that. Robert, that's it, yeah, you're twat. Fucking bellend. They all are on the board. Anyway, so, well, I fucking came out eventually and I was in love with this Pakistani girl. Fucking in love with her I was. When I got out, I spent all my money on taxis going to visit her and buying her stuff. Really loved that girl. Even though she had a husband and kids. Fucking stupid thing to do because you don't want to fuck around with Muslim women, I'll tell you that. Anyway, so, I ended up going fucking nuts again because they took me off all my meds for some stupid reason. Ended up back on the ward, ended up there for 6 fucking months and I was just stifled in there. I tell you that, stifled. And that's where I met Kit, my ex, and we used to fuck about there and get into loads of trouble. And most of the time it was her that got me in the trouble, because she fucking drive me around the bend, making me feel jealous and that. Flirting with the other blokes, even though she said she was my girlfriend. And they'd drive me around the fucking bend and I'd do stupid things like escape from the fucking ward and that. If you escape from the ward, you get only so far, and then the police get you, and they take you back, and they knock some more time on your ward time. And if you're ever on a mental ward, never try and escape. Always play the game right. Be nice, be sensible, and put on a good show. But in my case, I was being a total twat, so I ended up being there for 6 months. And I came out of the ward, and all of a sudden, everything in my life started telling me I'm the Antichrist. And you got to bear in mind, for a long time I thought it was Jesus. I went through the whole thing, like dying, going to hell, thinking I'd doomed everyone. It was an ingrained part of my personality. But now, all that was being used against me. to tell me I was a fucking Antichrist. The Dajjal of Islam. The Dajjal. Do I look like the fucking Dajjal? Dajjal's the most ridiculous character ever invented by someone as fucked in the head as Muhammad. I mean, it's never going to happen. I believe in the Bible. Well, I do sometimes. Other times I think it's a load of bollocks. But, the Antichrist of the Bible is a bit more believable than the fucking Dajjal. He rides around the world on a giant donkey, recruits an army of Jews from Iran, and they all got swords. It's the 21st century. No one has swords. Anyway, fuck's sake. Anyway, for years I fucking saw this Dajjal bollocks, and it just drove me to despair. And I suppose that's the end of the story, lads and girls, gals. Just the fucking Jesus Dajjal nonsense. That's the name of the video. Jesus Dajjal nonsense. It's like this fucking. I have this fucking split personality. On the one hand, I'm Jesus, the best person ever. Fucking legend. Amazing bloke. On the other hand, I'm the Dajjal, who's just the most absurd fictional character ever. And I fucking live my life between those two poles. Not Polish people, Poles, ends. Anyway, fuck it, I can't be bothered to make it. It's too long anyway. Jesus Dajjal nonsense. That's the name of this video.